Welcome back, everyone. Let's get some better music. Come on. It's supposed to be weighted shuffle, and yet it's not. It's not giving us any like China music. What the hell? Where are we? It's probably down here. Yeah, like this one's better, right? Anyway. Welcome back, everyone, to the Left KMT. We're starting right off from where we left off last time. I remember the 5th of November, that we now have some better divisions. We definitely want to edit them as soon as possible. How many can we... Ooh, we can recruit a few. Now, getting all of those might be a bad idea because we're gonna be... getting them bigger, and especially, right, we can, there we go. We can change our own existing divisions to be better, which is good. Really, really good. The 5th Pius the 11th. Alright, so, now we're gonna be preparing, the return of the Central Committee, that is important. We're gonna be preparing for our war with the Anqing clique, and sorting out our internal situation. Because turns out that the KMT, the party, has a lot of unfinished business. Now, after a long and tension-filled voyage from Paris, and remember, in this timeline, Paris is, the capital of the world revolution. So it's kind of like saying from Moscow in our 1936. The KMT Central Committee has arrived at the newly captured port of Wenzhou. Because of the ongoing state of chaos in southern China, this was quite a quiet affair with little in the form of pomp. Wang Jingwei later delivered a brief statement outside the customs office to reassure local citizens that peace in Wenzhou would be ensured. So, like, basically, Wang Jingwei was holding the fort, kind of, in China, while the rest of the Central Committee, the governing institution of our party, was abroad because of exile. Along with the nationalist government in exile, a French-trained and equipped regiment of Chinese expatriates has arrived to assist in securing southern China, along with stocks of Weltkrieg-era rifles and ammunition. Oh, really now? So we gain a brigade, the committee's own, with French rifles. And I'm instantly going to ruin their experience by enlarging the regiment. Because, goddammit, we need bigger units, not smaller ones. That's how this game works. Incidents in Wenzhou. Occupation plans for Wenzhou and other AOG ports, so German ports, have been severely lacking compared to the meticulous steps and lines of advance near Xiamen, blah blah blah, anti-foreign riots. There we go. Some good old revolutionary fervor. Alright. After the infrastructure is finished, I want to build up some military industry. Ooh, we now have enough political power to do some stuff. That stuff, unfortunately, is very, very much limited by the fact that we don't control this province as normally we should be. So the only thing we can do is recall Xue Yue and Zhang Fakui, who are two important generals that are right now serving in India as sort of attaches to the Bharatiya Commune. And they're pretty good generals, but especially they're gonna bring with them, like, military aid, so, yeah. Oh, wow, he's actually got troops basically stationed all over the border. Interesting. He should get should get involved in fighting with Shangqing Tianguo relatively soon. There we go. Xue Yue and Zhang Fakui arrived from the Bharatiya Commune. So there we go, 500 units of Bharatiya rifle number 1 Mark II. And we gained the generals who, again, are really, really good, but right now the general that we have, Lin Biao, is pretty great for, our necessities because of the mountains. And also Lin Biao is a meme figure from Chinese history. Really, really interesting guy, so yeah. Xue Yue is the guy that we just gained. As you can see, he's got offensive doctrine. Which is a field marshal trait, but it gives him +1 attack. And he's also got brilliant strategist, so he's just amazing, as you can see, 5-3, 2 free. As far as I know, he's considered one of the better generals of the KMT in our timeline. Basically one of the best Chinese generals in the war against Japan. Alright, and now for a bit we wait. It shouldn't be too long until the, you know, the people to the north of us decide that it's time to scrap, basically. Now, the south is a whole other matter. You might be wondering, what the hell is up with the two factions to your south and west? Well, one of them, the Liangguang clique, is led by a guy that wants to try out diplomacy first to reunify the country, and he's got his own like internal problems as well to deal with, because his clique is made up of two provinces, Guangdong, and there we go, exactly as I expected. War between the Anqing clique and the left Kuomintang. Up until now, Chen Tianyuan's revolt against Nanjing regime and our own uprising have avoided directly confronting each other. However, this uneasy ceasefire was never meant to hold, and now war has officially broken out. With the Anqing clique... Can he go from here to here? Most likely. Most likely, which would be kind of unfortunate. Anyway. With the Anqing clique's alliance with the Fengtian government, our forces will have to deal with additional opposition from Fengtian government and their Japanese imperialist overlords. Oh, that is not fun. That is really not fun. Really, really, really not fun. So, we're now also fighting the Japanese imperialists? Of course we are. Of course we are. And Lin Biao instantly got wounded. Okay, well, I guess we're taking... who should we take? See, maybe Xue Yue wouldn't be bad, but maybe Mr. Wang Yaowu, who's got inflexible strategist and infantry officer and planning speed, would be pretty good. Anyway, we're gonna try to get our militia over here to Wenzhou, because it's a mountainous port, so it should be relatively easy to hold even behind enemy lines. And, yeah, we're basically going to let them advance up, because their forces are definitely superior to our own, and he gets some ridiculous buffs as well. At the beginning, he's got, as you can see, Japanese troop training, but he's especially got victory against Nanjing. And in general, he's like he relies a lot on, you could say, momentum. And yeah, it would be a big issue to fight him while he's strongest. Now, I can't wait for the Shangqing Tianguo to get involved and declare war on him. So yeah, that's gonna be something that I'm looking forward to. And my militias that are getting mobilized are gonna go up. Now, the reason I chose this defensive line instead of anything else is that, look at this. This province down here is hills, but we can always fall back to this mountainous one. This province is mountainous. And also up here, it's all pretty good. Like, I actually took this one. I should have probably had the line, like, go through here instead. But, oh well. Guess I made a bit of a salient thing. Because I'm dumb, really. Anyway, we're about to control this province as well, Xunyang. And as you can see, they instantly took that part up there. We didn't really have any chance to actually, like, repel them. There we go, and now we can mobilize the NRA militia units inside here, which is obviously going to be a pretty good thing to get extra troops. Now, up until these guys decide to actually attack, you know, we don't really have much of a chance to go in ourselves. Unless they make some major screw-ups, because he's gonna build up strength relatively quickly. Anyway, the harvest of 1936. Before the National Revolution began, soldiers living in Jiangxi Fujian insurgent zone would assist the local peasants in autumn rice harvests, which is also a practice that is pretty much borrowed from history from the CPC. With the NRA back to fighting a conventional struggle, there are less hands than usual to help the heart of the revolution with agriculture. So we can either say fuck the peasants, or say divert the new recruits to get some moral training in the fields. We lose some extra manpower and some extra war support, but war support is relatively easy to come by. And we lose less political power and we gain more stability. And losing manpower isn't really that big of a deal because we have a bunch of manpower anyway. So yeah, there we go. Quite awesome. Quite awesome indeed. And yeah, as you can see, he's gonna start to attack us, but you know, he's gonna take a while to actually take over the place. Okay, so Jiangfu-based government was initiated. Huh. Why has this not been bypassed? I am at war with the Anqing clique. Interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, so what could we do? What could we do next? Maybe, yeah, we probably want to go down to seize German capital to get extra guns. So let's get the 100 workshops arsenal. We can also go up to war economy, but we want to save up political power so that whenever we can take these decisions to improve our country. Now up here, we're probably going to lose eventually. Oh man, they've also got Japanese. Oh, that is so nasty. That is so very nasty. So let's actually get the hell out. There we go, more divisions. Now the fact that they have Japanese troops is pretty bad, but we can survive it. And there we go. So the Anqing have declared war. The Anqing have declared war on Shangqing Tianguo. That is not the smartest move. Although the Shangqing is not nearly as strong as the Anqing, they will distract the hell out of them and allow us to sort of take back some of the terrain that we're gonna be losing. So let's make sure that the enemy know that we exist as well. Oh, we actually cannot move between the two things. Interesting. The fact that there's only 2 militia here makes that place relatively weak. But oh well, we're gonna be sort of standing guard, and at some point this guy, like at the beginning he's insanely strong, but even if like the war goes bad and we can't really advance that much, at some point he basically loses, like his troops lose heart or whatever, and his momentum runs out and he gets a massive debuff, so we kind of just need to stall against them. Now unfortunately in the trial run that I did, and I say unfortunately, in the trial run that I did as the left Kuomintang, I don't know exactly how, but he managed to fuck up, and the war against Anqing clique was incredibly easy, and so I was able to sort of snowball very, very quickly to control a lot of territory. This time it's not going to be the case, but oh well. We're going to be doing our thing. Alright, coup d'etat in Siam, concerning, I guess. Alright, God damn it. You know, perhaps considering the shape of the border that we had, we could have done a defensive line like this too. It appears that I am a big dumb. Yeah, we could have done this too. Oh well, that's fine. We're gonna take back our territory regardless. Looks like already the Japanese volunteers are having trouble actually piercing our front lines because of the greatness of the Chinese fighting spirit. There we go. Now we have a bunch of divisions, and we should probably just focus on upgrading the divisions that we have rather than getting new ones, because that is a lot of divisions. And we're seizing German capital because this is going to give us 1,000 units of Gewehr 98s. So that's going to definitely increase the power of our fighting forces. Mongolian aristocrats. Ooh, Anqing is actually pushing quite, like, roughly. Alright, now that the front line has stabilized a little bit, let's make sure that we are ready for an offensive. Excellent. Let us also consolidate control, so that we have 500 units of Hanyang Type 88. So we're just getting everything that's giving us rifles, really. Excellent. Let's also get the new rifles, so that when the time comes, we can make sure that our army is effective. Let's see if we can pierce their army. It's gonna take a while. And actually, this leader is pretty famous IRL. Okay. Ooh, wow. The Baratia communists sending in help. Ooh, now one problem. Aircrafts? Okay, no, the Japanese are being retarded imperialists. They're not sending their air force to hound us. That is a very, very good thing. Alright, we could probably do war economy. It's gonna come into hand later. Because right now we don't really need... We can also do war propaganda. Alright, let's try to see if we can counterattack these guys. No, we definitely cannot. The Japanese are still a little bit too entrenched in their lines. You know, what if we caught these guys into a trap? Let's try to trap them. Because I see by the fact that they're attacking that these guys actually have, like, you know, the plan activated to attack. So maybe we can get them to walk into this province and then encircle them. Or into this tile and then encircle them. Excellent. Consolidate control. Now, next up, we want to click this, I guess. Just to see if we can do anything with it. Probably not, but whatever. Ooh, they're actually pushing in quite hard over here. It's the Japanese, most likely. Yeah, it's the Japanese spearheading this. I'm gonna send some extra troops. Because this is a fight that favors us in the mountains. So we want that to continue as much as possible. Actually, no. Could we attack here? Yeah, we could. We'd definitely win that struggle. Definitely? I'm not sure about that, but yeah, we should definitely win. And I say definitely again. Come on, walk in. Walk in, my friend. There we go. Preparations for the Lower Yansa offensive. We could also get the handle the millenarians decision, which is going to allow us to declare war on these guys up here. But I feel like first we need to take the provisional legal code, actually, because whenever we control a territory, we get to core it through a decision. And if we take that, the amount of time it takes to core is going to be lower, and thus we're going to spend less political power, basically. Man, the fact that the Japanese are supporting them is making things very, very difficult. Because the Japanese troops are definitely no pushovers. They may be imperialists, but they're good imperialists. All right, we have 12. We have 12 army XP, which means that we have enough to get the artillery. Very good. Artillery is awesome. Let's see, is Lin Biao back from wounded? Yes, he is. And that means that we have a mountaineer in charge in the battle for the mountains. Obviously quite good. All right. Ooh. All right, our limited offensives are gonna be more effective now, and that's actually needed because we really need to put pressure on Anqing before he kills his northern front. We definitely want him to, you know, to be in a two-front war, and hopefully these guys actually learn how to march to the front lines. All right. Let us get support for the left KMT in different locations, so that maybe we can get some allies. So far it looks like the KMT, ooh, the Buddhicization Society? What the hell? Interesting. Maybe these guys are pro-KMT? Alright. Guess the guy is counterattacking us. Alright, in preparation for this battle to finish, let's actually send the guy there to protect the rear of the other troops. We still have 3,000 rifles. Very, very good. Excellent. Made the Japanese run away, which is good stuff. Now this is a forest province, so maybe we can hurt them a lot more if they're attacking us from the side. Good. This is about, you know, just getting whatever victories we can right now. And I still really wish that we could... Ooh, yeah, we have managed to break through. Excellent. Now, we want to advance as quickly as possible over here, because their capital, Anqing, is up there. And, well, their old capital. And if we can seize it, that would be a major victory against them. And this also is gonna confuse the hell out of them and make sure that their troops are just kind of running around like headless chickens instead of actually focusing on what's important. And that's gonna dilute their forces, which is going to be pretty good for our troops, because I think they're starting to get qualitatively superior to theirs. So, you know, few divisions facing off against few divisions. Sounds quite nice. All right, let's also try to encircle this one militia. Oh wow, we have actually destroyed them. I guess they didn't core Nanjing, right? They had the capital in Nanjing, but it wasn't their core, I think. So we were able to just smash it. Amazing. And we can seize Nanjing like right off the bat. And that's good because we don't want, we don't want these guys to get in there and take it. Let's also take Anqing. And we can take all this territory. Very, very good, boys. Now we shall move up north and deal with the millenarians. And their pitiful religious backwardness. And also these guys are Qing loyalists, so we want to kill them as early as possible before they can call in their imperial sort of imperial overlords to save them from their patheticness. And we can mobilize NRA units in Zhejiang and in South Jiangsu. That is quite awesome. The Anqing clique is defeated. With the capitulation of the remaining Anqing forces, we have finally bested both of our competitors for control of the 5 eastern provinces. Our control over the region is now secure, with only the stray report of banditry challenging the left Kuomintang's authority. From the staging area, the national revolution will have a secure foundation to reunify the country. Yes. The Fengtian government, basically these guys, evacuates South China. With our defeat of Anqing, the Fengtian government, their allies, have officially withdrawn their expeditionary forces from intervening in southern China. Their initial gamble to support Chen Tiayuan's ambitions in securing the 5 provinces has drawn the ire of the Qing Empire, and it's unsurprising that Fengtian would focus on defending their northeast heartlands. With the withdrawal of Fengtian forces, our conflict with them has ended just as it started unofficially. Peace with the northeast for now. Alright. Very good stuff, boys. And we can also integrate these provinces. Now, if I recall correctly, when we take this focus, handle the millenarians, we get a decision that costs 40 political power. So if we take the 80 political power integration of Zhejiang province, it should be fine. So we are about to grow our industry and our army pretty exponentially, I'd say. And also, we have captured the stock of equipment of the Anqing clique. So we have a bunch of rifles that we can use to improve our units. Seven infantry battalions? Yeah, sounds quite nice. And we want to see if we actually want to increase that to 20 or if we want to wait until we can get the artillery built. Well, one thing is for sure, actually, we can focus more on the artillery production rather than the gun production. Excellent. Support the KMT in Liangguang. Let's handle the millenarians. And once the focus is over and the sort of war goal is being justified, I will leave you. And the War of the Anqing Millenarians will be coming up next session. There we go, Guangdong type 27. Let's get the interwar artillery researched. Oh wow, look at all these units. Look at how the revolution grows. The glorious revolutionary army. Let's actually make it a true revolutionary army. Okay. I'm actually gonna give the, oh right, you're the defensive guy, right? Should probably give it to Cheng Qian, who has the artillery buff. Artillery specialist. I'm gonna give him these 2 traits. And actually, since these guys have basically all of their VPs up here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide up my forces. I'm going to use my militias to be defensive units to the west and my actual real army to the east. My real infantry army. I'm going to divide them up so that the infantry has their correct place. Oh, we've actually got some, I think these are, yeah, these are brigades, because they've just spawned out of mobilization. So let's get them some proper equipment. Oh. Why do you still have a militia? Excellent. 15 infantry divisions. Yo, what the hell is he doing? Excellent. Handle the millenarians, so now... Where is it? Handle Shanqing Tianguo. There we go. After the disastrous failure of the Northern... Oh, that's just the thing. The Shanqing Tianguo regime is a threat to any modern and just future for China. We must strike at them while they're isolated. So 7 days, and we shall get a war goal. So yes, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed so far this playthrough. And next up, let's get the office plan. Can he stop redeploying? Like for 1 second. What the fuck? Okay, next up, finally, we shall not have any problems with my AI being retarded, and we're gonna strike north and go up to, you know, the Yellow River. So yeah, thank you all for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.